Hello, and welcome back to Let's Replay Mystery Case Files Ravenhearst. I'm MCFPapa, and this is part 4. And we get our first look at the tower floor, which is only 2 locations, but they're both really good. Attic's good, but Widow's Walk is fantastic. I love the design of the Widow's Walk, especially with a whole pyramid in the forest outside of the manor. How many British mansions can you name that have a pyramid in their back garden? And of course, more ravens around. Yeah, I just like the look of the gargoyle too. He seems like most gargoyles are designed to be creepy or like ugly, but this guy just seems to be happy to be sitting around here. And it's weird given like the other creepy stuff in this game. Why isn't the gargoyle creepy? Not sure. Pantry as a location, I think it's okay. It's probably on the lower end of the locations, in my opinion. Though it is like an interesting that like there's a guy peeping in at you. That's, I don't know, I guess that's supposed to be like Victor or something peeping at you. Though you can find the peeping eye and then it's gone, so who knows. It is creepy though, I'll give it that. I think my main reason for disliking this location is it's one of the ones that's given me the most trouble in the past in terms of finding items. Oh yeah, that's a fuse up there. I, for the longest time, thought that was just a light bulb. Because the way it's cropped, it's not really clear. That's a fuse. This game was actually my first introduction to the concept of the fuses you screw in. Because before then, all I'd seen is the like cylindrical type fuses. we get the rat with its evil red eye. That's a very well hidden oil can hidden behind the key for this location. I mean, you could argue a clothespin is a clamp of sorts, just a very small one. Oh, excuse me, those are ballet slippers, not shoes. And anyway, there's two of them, not just one. Oh. I don't know where I got the idea that I needed a snake. They just saw like shoe and shovel and melded them together into snake somehow? Not sure, though. This house definitely could use a new welcome mat, I think. Just like you could argue a clothespin's a wooden clamp, a spoon could be considered a little shovel. Okay. Not sure how my cursor got teleported way off to the upper right of my screen, but somehow it did. Oh wow, there's actually more torn up wall up here. Never noticed that before. And there's the shovel. And it still does the standard cropping of the image if it goes off screen. I assume that was to make the game size as small as possible. I wonder if this is an accurate depiction of how Emma Ravenhearst actually looked, or if maybe she drew herself to look more flattering than what she was in real life. Maybe that explains why, like, when she actually got a live actor in the sequels, like, the live actor doesn't look much like her, and Rose's live actor doesn't look much like how Rose was drawn. Just Emma Ravenhearst's flawed depiction of him. Oh, I had it right. It does control very well, I'll give that for the image game. Entry 7, May 23rd, news from home. I received an unfortunate letter from home. My father is ill. Mother did not write of the details, but she requested that I return to Iowa as quickly as is reasonably possible. My sadness and apprehension threaten to overwhelm me, but I am doing my best to keep that darkness at bay for now. I will speak with the headmistress before I make arrangements for travel. I must also inform Charles that I will be taking leave of England for a spell, if not for good. It will sadden me a great deal to leave my new friends behind, but I am quite frantic with concern for my father. It seems that unlucky events have been surrounding me of late. Yet again visiting the backyard. I wonder if this was like Charles's truck or what. Because it's weird how, like, lived in the house, the mansion seems when there was barely anyone there. Maybe it's explained that it was, like, Victor meddling around the mansion, and he's the reason why there's, like, modern stuff, like an aluminum trash can in with a bunch of, like, old-timey looking things. Why did I think that the tambourine was a crown? I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting too tired. I have been recording quite a bit today, and it is late at night. Oh yeah, the crown's there. Oh, and the library. A lot of interactive stuff here. Ultimately pointless, but still cool. I do like this thing, because if you know the code beforehand, you can just input it and you don't need to bother with any of these clocks. Though the clocks are always the same thing too, so it's not that hard. And the code's always the same too. I wonder... No, they are fairly specific. Probably not super specific, but still enough to make sure you're reasonably in the correct location. And now here, there's stuff to match, but like that are related objects or like opposites, but you can just hover them over all the images, and then eventually it'll lock into the correct position. Pretty weird. It's also weird that there aren't any numbers higher than 6 in the code. Anyway, as for the library, there's what it looks like, and I really like the library as a location. And this is another one where, like, the light could be shifting, or maybe dust particles floating in the air, if they wanted to add some animation. Though I do like, it's like bluish light. I don't know if that's just the light outside, or if it's like a stained glass window, or what, but it looks really nice. Oh, a crackling fireplace too they could have animated. They did that for Millionaire, they could do it here too. Oh, and here's the knife you need to find and return to Ravenhearst. It's funny that the image is reused here. And then also in this scene is a, like, ghostly chicken. I don't know what's up with that. Is it like a chicken Charles killed and then bound its soul to roam the manor for eternity? I don't know. Oh, it's not just a little shovel, but an actual, like, trowel. Huh. Color me surprised. Ooh, and we get a taxidermy rune. Really cool location. I don't know who was the one that did the taxidermy. I guess Charles? Don't know when he would have had the time to do it, or where he got the animals, but like, get a load of the squirrel with a fez on playing the harmonica. Yeah, that's the thing about taxidermy, is why don't people do more creative things with it? Like, pose them in silly positions like that. Like, that would be funny. I just never got the appeal of taxidermy in the first place. It seems like quite a lot of work for basically having a sculpture to sit around your house forever until it gets thrown up in the attic because you don't want it anymore. I do like, though, the animal sound effects in the background of this scene. Someone was eating a chicken leg in the taxidermy room. That's not good. And another fireplace that could be animated to be going. Although what would have been super creepy was if they had animated like this guy to occasionally blink. And that would be unsettling. You know what, I'm gonna do the front porch and save the dining room for last instead of leaving the front porch till last again. Oh my god, the shovel's not hard to find. It was right by my cursor, but took me a while to actually find it. Okay. Ooh, and now this level's the first one where you need all but 3 items. See, that's something cool too, is that as the levels get more complex and you need more and more items, then your leeway gets slightly larger too. It starts out at 2 and items that you don't need to pick up, then it goes to 3, and then for a few of the final levels in the game it's 4. And now, I don't really understand the logic of piecing together these diary entries. Because like in Prime Suspects in Huntsville, the logic was you found items, and then the crime computer could like do a reconstruction of what it was like at the time of the criminal or suspect was in the scene. But here, it's like you find random objects and then somehow that correlates to finding torn up pieces of a drawing that was in Emma's diary, and then piecing together the drawing somehow correlates to also piecing together like a journal entry that she had written to read. Don't really get it. Maybe it's like more of a postcard type thing and the diary entry is written on the back of the image? I don't know. Entry 8, May 24th. I must return home. The headmistress was quite compassionate regarding my situation. She offered to pack my belongings, but I could not let her. She has already done so much, gone far beyond what her duties dictate. Charles did not react in such a manner. I informed him that I must leave, that my father is ill and my family requires my presence. He is greatly upset. He nearly went into a tirade. He made an attempt to flatter me, I believe, with the explanation that his new home would be named in my honor. I must wonder if he is attempting to secure my return to England, to him and his home. I must prepare my departure and cannot think of such things right now. Should have been more observant, Emma. You really should have. But anyway, that'll do it for this episode, so like and subscribe if you want. I'll see you next time.